Hi, I'm Grace Padma, Director of Product at OpenMRS, and I'm so proud to be able to share with you today some information about our amazing global product support team. What is our global product support team and what do we do? Well, I want to share with you a little bit today about how OpenMRS supports implementers like you to achieve more together, because we can only get all of this done by working together as a global community. Our small global product support team has some amazing individuals, and we've added a few new faces in the last year. And we really hope that you can get to know a few of them. One of the things that we've improved in the last year is that we have better worldwide time zone coverage than before, going all the way to IST. And this is something we plan to continue improving on. We also have professional development fellowships where people who are promising candidates who want to grow their skills in the community, sometimes while working for an organization, are able to join with us and do something like a tour of duty working in our global product support team with dedicated mentorship in a formal program. Another exciting example, though, is where we've seen secondment by other organizations like MECOM, a community organization that actually seconded one of their developers, Vineet, to be a really key member of the global product support team, who's been helping push forward a lot of features needed for OpenMRS 3 and the wider product called Ozone. But all of our work together in the global product support team is only possible together with you. We need you, the community, because we are a small team. We are here to support you, and we have different touch points and ways that we do that. But ultimately, we still look to things like the squads, whether you are in a feature squad working on a particular thing, or a team like the platform team, making sure that our platform data model and API is always up to date and improving all the time. We try to support you the best we can, and we also want to work with you. For example, just a couple weeks ago in one of our big OpenMRS 3 releases, we saw many different organizations and groups all being a very active part of that release in contributing meaningful work in this technology project. So thank you so much. Now, let's step back for a moment here. All of this stuff we're talking about, global product support team, implementers, what are the themes that are going on in the broader industry context that are driving some of the ways that we're moving forward in OpenMRS? Well, I want to share with you the 3 themes that we've identified by using 3 memes. The first meme, feature wars. You might have heard of Star Wars before, and just like in Star Wars, where there's many sides competing, we now are seeing a rise in the long lists of features that are needed by the countries that are looking at systems like OpenMRS. And that's because good healthcare needs a lot of components, and that's one of the reasons why our new approach with O3 is so important, because of how it allows us to tackle so many different elements and angles. And I'll let Dennis speak more about that in a minute. But the key point here is that never before has it been more important for us as a community to be able to move fast with many features, and O3 will enable us to do exactly that. And so will the squad model, so that together we can be building all of the features that ministries and in-country teams need by building it with those teams. The next theme that has been really interesting to watch is the emergence of cloud and the desire for it. OpenMRS, as you know, has often been a locally hosted system, and while that continues to be a very real need that we will continue to support, more and more implementers are considering moving their system to something hosted on a cloud network, whether that is government run or by a third party. Is this true for your organization? Interested to hear from you. But more than anything, we now know that cloud is coming for many implementers of OpenMRS. This means there's different things we need to do to be better prepared for that, and also to help support those organizations so that they can optimize their different things like speeds of getting the update to the client right away. And some of Rafal's work around Dockerization is of particular interest for this theme. I'll let Raf talk more about that too. And last but not least, the other theme that we are seeing very strongly amongst all our in-country partners and our government contributors as well is that systems and connecting those systems within a country and sometimes even within regions is more important than ever. Governments are spending a lot of time and effort and thoughtfulness making sure that their digital health strategy is well connected. And so, of course, the technology needs to be well connected as well. Facility registries, client registries, terminology registries, as well as different types of databases connected, whether that's through standards like FHIR or commonly used reference points like a REST API, like OpenMRS provides. We know that systems are critical for our future moving forward. And that's why some of our work around FHIR recently is so exciting. So how are we addressing these themes? Well, from a high level, one of the ways we've learned to organize our roadmap is that a lot of the work that's happening in the OpenMRS community right now falls under three categories, which we call our 3 C's: care, configuration, and communication. Under care, these are different initiatives and squad pieces of work that improve the patient care and user experience. And ultimately, we strongly believe that better point of care user experience will lead to better data quality. Configuration, we believe that faster deployment is possible by creating and supporting tooling for non-developers to set up and maintain their EMR. This includes things like the form builder that Dennis is going to have a lightning talk on this week. Make sure you see that. And finally, communication. As I mentioned before, data exchange is more important than ever, and different initiatives like our recent FHIR IG or the soon-to-be released Global Good Integration Catalog are just some examples of how we're addressing that priority. If you're finding yourself thinking, gosh, there's a lot going on in the OpenMRS community, where can I even look to see what my organization might be interested in participating in so that we can be one of those teams making a difference in pushing features forward? Well, come and have a look at our product roadmap and let me know if any of these priorities resonate for you. We often will sit and work with teams so that we can better understand what's on your roadmap and make sure that we matchmake the right projects and the right potential organizational partners that make sense for you and your team. Speaking of team, I'd like to hand it over to some of my colleagues so you can hear from them directly about who they are, what they work on, and where you can find them in our community. Thanks so much, everyone. Have an amazing week.
Hi, I'm Dennis Keegan. I'm the Front-End Development Fellow Mentor at OpenMRS, where I work on the Global Product Support team alongside talented folks like Grace, Daniel, Jayasankar, Suruchi, Rafal, and Vinit. In this role, I help provide technical direction for the O3 front-end platform. I also provide sponsorship and mentorship for front-end developers working on O3 across the entirety of the OpenMRS community. I also steward community calls such as the daily coffee break chat that happens at 2:30 p.m. East Africa time, as well as the O3 front-end squad call that happens every Thursday at 4 p.m. East Africa time. Over the last few months, we've worked on a whole host of feature improvements to O3, and along the way, we've made ground on improving the performance of O3 as well as the developer experience through contributions to documentation, testing, and the overall maintainability of the code base. We've seen incredible levels of collaboration from our implementing partners, just like yourselves. And we're very proud of what we've achieved together and could not be more excited about the future of O3. If you want to hear more about O3, join me at OpenMRS 2023, where among other things, I'll be doing a lightning talk on the O3 form builder. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Hello there, I'm Jayasankar and I'm a product quality engineering lead at OpenMRS. Our goal is to constantly improve the quality of OpenMRS as a product. Recently, we have been working on automating our QA process to detect bugs early on and increase our release confidence. This helped our implementers a lot. We have also been supporting our country-based implementers to automate their own QA pipelines. Moving forward, we plan to expand our coverage, improve our QA reporting process, work on performance testing, and streamlining our manual QA process. Also, we are here to support community with DevOps related tasks. And you can find me on weekly QA calls, DO3 Squad calls, and of course on Slack, Talk, and email. Looking forward to seeing you there. Bye-bye.
Hi, I'm Rafał Korytkowski. I'm the technical architect and member of the platform team, which means I contribute in many ways to OpenMRS core and platform. For example, in recent months, we contributed improvements to OpenMRS Docker setup to unify and ease deployment of OpenMRS for devs and implementers. In the next few months, I'll be working on running OpenMRS with Spring Boot to shorten development cycles and speed up startup time of OpenMRS. You can find me on Technical Action Committee calls and of course on OpenMRS Talk and Slack channels. See you there. Cheers.